When we talk about data mining, we refer to the concept of slicing or drilling down or narrowing down. And all that means is when you have a lot of data, when you want to pinpoint it down to a specific variable or value, you want to be able to do that. So outside of pivot tables, there's a couple of valuable features within Excel that you might want to use. So for example, if I wanted to narrow it down to just one country quickly without going into a pivot, I can do this. So we're going to be using the pivot data to file and the data for tab at the bottom. So on the top right corner of Excel, in the Home tab, you'll notice that there's a Sort and Filter button. If you click it, now you can always do a sort, highest to lowest. So if I'm looking for, let's say, the highest sale possible, if I click in the sales column, I can do Sort Filter, large to small, small to large. So let's see, we've got the highest amounts at the top. Now you can also do multiple sorts. For example, I want to sort by salesperson, and for each salesperson, sort their sales high to low. So you go to Sort Filter, Custom Sort, and you would choose more than one. So for example, first time I'm going to do salesperson, sort it on the actual value, and we'll go low to high, so A to Z. Then I'm going to add a level, and we're going to sort by sales, and this one will do large to small. And we'll click OK. So you notice all the sales people are together, so Buchanan, then Callahan, and so on. And within that, you've got all the different sales that they have high to low. Now, in this particular data, you can probably do that 3 different ways. You can sort by country, then within that salesperson, then within that sales. But because each line only represents one sale, you can't sort any further. So I'm just going to sort this back, go to Order ID, click Sort, A to Z. Now here's what I'd like to do. If you click Sort Filter, there is a filter button. It's very important, and you can also find the filter button, I believe, here in data as well. We're going to click the filter button, and when you do that, you get these arrows, which are called auto filter arrows. And it does kind of get in the way of the column heading, but that's okay. You can always make that bigger. So for example, if I wanted to see just Callahan over here, I can click on the auto filter arrow and unselect them all and choose just Callahan. Now, I could always choose more than one if I wanted to, but in this case I just want Callahan. And when you click OK, it slices or filters down or drills down to just Callahan. So within Callahan, I only want to see, let's say for example, sales that were greater than a certain amount, let's say $2,000. So I click here. Now I don't have to check all the amounts that are greater than 2,000, although I could, but I can go to Numbers Filters and say something like greater than, and I'll put in 2,000. And you can do more than that as well. You can do greater than 2,000 or less than 5,000 and so on, right? So click OK, and these are all the high value sales that the guy had. So now, when you're done with the filter, you can always click on Sort Filter, Clear, and that puts all the data back. Now notice the original data did not get touched, so when you're done with the filter, you want to undo it anyways. And then click Sort Filter, click Filter again, and it will undo it. Let's have a look at more. I'm just going to color code a few of these, make them yellow. So let's say I was investigating and I found a few that are worth investigating. So if I go to Sort Filter, Filter, and let's take a look. I can also filter by color, and in this case there's only one color, so I'm going to choose yellow, and it's going to give me all the yellow. So sometimes you're looking at data, you just want to color code it to pinpoint it. That's a great little tool to use. So let's clear that out, go back here, and you can play around with some of these other ones as well. So and you can also search. So it's a pretty good tool to use to kind of pinpoint data that you want to do specific analysis. Then you can write up the results in your report.